थैंक यू सो मच. हमसे बात करने के लिए बहुत लोग आ गए आपके पास.
Thank you.
नाराज मत होइए. आज सेलिब्रेशन करने दे.
You are brave, and I am always I appreciate you.
थैंक यू
You are
लालू जी.
brave lady.
थैंक यू
Not
लालू जी.
that you are male.
Talk about the issues you've raised.
Yes.
You've said the right wing is given a raw deal by journalists online.
No, I'm not saying all journalists.
Oh,
I'm
by-
only
by
talking
people like
about
me. By people
you
like
and
me.
NDTV.
अच्छा.
Yes.
Only us. और कोई पूरे देश में और कोई नहीं है.
नहीं, इतना vicious सवाल कोई नहीं.
Don't let's.
Some people who thought that they had a monopoly of the truth, that they had a monopoly over wisdom, found that the masses didn't agree with them on the question of Brexit. Then my friends like Barkha Dutt and her ilk,
I have to get to be a speaker today. You can't pick on the moderator without allowing rebuttal.
they decided that they had the monopoly. They knew exactly how the people of America wanted to be.
Yes. Except I'm not even
The
allowed to
people of America thought that maybe we hate one person more than we like one person. So they voted somebody who you might think is a bit crazy. But that's the reality. So losers of the world come together and say, this is now the post-truth. We have all been manipulated. Barkha Dutt mentioned that 13 million tweets of some false story which allegedly Trump supporters had put out.
Stanford. It's a Stanford study.
Oh, it's the same difference.
Post-truth.
Stanford University professors said there is a 99% chance that Hillary Clinton will be president. Now, if I was to believe Stanford University, now Barkha, that 13 million tweets have been circulated. Now, what about the 13 years you spent relentlessly saying someone is a mass murderer?
Said. Please name the person. Please name the person. Name. Attribution.
The people of India elected him Prime Minister, so you say he too is part of the post-truth?
आपका एक बयान था. आपके बयान के कुछ घंटों बाद ये कार्रवाई हुई. आपने अपने बयान में कहा कि जिनके घर से पथराव हुआ, their houses will also be reduced to rubble. उनके घर को भी पत्थर बना दिया जाएगा. बहुत से लोगों का मानना है कि जो प्रशासन ने किया वो आपके बयान को सुन के आपसे इशारा लेकर.
मेरा बयान ऐसा था. अगर फिर कभी दंगाई ऐसा करेंगे तो फिर मेरा बयान ऐसा ही होगा.
आपको इससे कोई रिग्रेट नहीं है आपने किस तरह का बयान दिया?
मैं संतुष्ट हूं उससे.
And I'm going to take from a Pew research, and Pew does this research on religion, and particularly in the Islamic world, year after year. In 2013, they had the following question. They have this question all the time, but here goes. Do you favor or oppose making Sharia law or Islamic law the official law of the land in our country? 72% of Indonesians, 99% of Afghanis, 82% of Bangladeshis, 84% of Pakistanis, 74% of Egyptians, and on and on and on it goes, these overwhelming majorities of Muslims who favor Islamic law. My position is, and has always been, let's make a distinction between Islam as a doctrine and Muslims as fellow human beings who are incredibly diverse. I embrace Muslims, but I reject Islamic law. I reject Islamic law because it's totalitarian. I reject Islamic law because it's bigoted, and especially bigoted against women. Where Islamic law becomes the law of the land, if these attitudes are translated into law, women will need a male guardian. Child marriage is reintroduced. You will be disinherited. If you're raped, it's your fault and you get stoned to death. And we see numerous examples of that today. I reject Islamic law because it's inherently hostile to women. It is so bigoted. And everything we talk about in this conference regarding Islamic women, we condemn all of these practices, but we will not defeat, we will not eradicate these practices unless we talk about the principle, and the principle is enshrined in Islamic law unreformed.
Aren't the orthodoxies of all religions inherently misogynistic? I come from a country that has among the largest Muslim populations in the world. Muslim women in India are fighting for the right to enter mosques the same way as men. But guess what? So are Hindu women. Menstruating women of a certain age are not allowed into temples. Closer home here in the United States of America, it's certainly Christianity that informs the debate on abortion. To me, coming from a so-called third world country, I find it shocking that America debates abortion.
We have 30 minutes to talk about women in Islam. I think absolutely everything you said is right. Misogyny exists in every religion, in every culture, and in every geographical territory. But can we please, for just these 30 minutes, focus on the topic?
क्या वरना क्या फटा सा जूता पहनकर तुच्छी सी टेरिकॉट की शर्ट पहनकर साला हमसे जवाब लड़ा।
Your other great hero appears to be Vivek Agnihotri, the filmmaker who gave us this curious phrase, urban Naxals. Basically gobbledygook for all those you guys disagree with. The man who calls all of us anti-national.
Burkha, I have a question for you. If according to you, urban Naxals do not exist, and it's just my imagination, why are you so rattled? And if I'm lying, as a journalist, don't you think it's your duty to do good research, good investigation, and expose me? And expose all those people who are coming out with these theories of urban Naxals. People like the NSA, Mr. Ajit Doa. All the think tanks which are working on counter-terrorism. Why don't you do that? A 4-month-old child was killed in front of his parents, and then his intestines were open, and then he was buried in front of them. Naxals did it. Why don't you report that? Why don't you go to Bastar and report that how innocent Adivasis are being killed? Have you ever tried to investigate what is the role of all these professors, intellectuals, journalists? You know why? Because you are not a journalist anymore. You are using your profession just to play a victim card. And you have blamed me for something which is your failure. You failed to expose India's enemies, which are urban Naxals. So you need more explaining than anybody else does. You need explaining why you see only negativity in this country and you never ever see anything good. Why is it that you are always against Hindus? What is your agenda? You are a journalist. You're not supposed to have agendas. You're not supposed to be biased. You're not supposed to be prejudiced. For people like us, it's fine. Not for you. You are the watchdog. You are the fourth pillar of this democracy. The reason you are so rattled today is because the ideas, the investigation, the journalism, the truth which should have come from you is coming from ordinary people, and you cannot take that. That